Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Parallax. It's $8.99 on the Steam store. It is by Toasty Games, and it is a monochrome first-person puzzle game. Now, Parallax falls into that weird category for me. The thing is that I really struggled to put together my notes on this game because it's one of those games where it has a lot of elements that it does well, and it will hit a niche category in terms of, those puzzle lover games and those methodical lovers in terms of, pacing not being very important in terms of they can take a slower pace. The thing is that there's some aesthetic portions of it that actually, personally, I'm having problems with, and that's where it's hard as a sort of a reviewer and first impressions person to sort of separate that because your experience is a little bit different. And I want to explain exactly what I'm talking about by playing a little bit of the levels here. So we're going to go back to Chapter 1, and we're going to go to Level 4 here to start off with. Because I want to highlight a game like this because it is a nice mix-up of the puzzle genre. It's just that there's some things I wish that it did differently. Alright, so the idea here is there's two worlds. There's this white world, and then you go through a portal, and then there's this black world. Now, you'll have these portals, and you can go walk through them to go between the worlds. You'll have switches that will be able to move elements in the world around. So here, I flip that around, and there we go. Up, okay. I'll flip that one back. Alright. Up. Don't know if I wanted to do that. Nope, I did. There we go. So, using the world to try to figure out how to get to the end portal over there, which is only in one world in question, but, alright, so we got hot, white, black, and then we're going to want that flipped, I think. Yep, there we go. So you want it alternating so that you can just walk right through. Up, and up. There we go. Simple enough. The game does a good job of trying to teach you its elements and the way it wants you to think as you go along, which is nice. It's a good mixture of sort of frustration and easiness in terms of the solutions in front of you. You just got to figure it out. And it isn't any rapid timing or anything like that. You just got to figure out, okay, how do I arrange these portals to get over there? Now I know that, all right, first I can see that this is the right way in terms of I want to come out of the black world into the white world on this. So this one is good. This one isn't because of the fact that it needs to be alternating. If they're alternating, that means I can just walk right through. So I need to be able to change this one. These are okay. So, well, no, they're not. They need to be different. And these need to be different. So, okay, well, I got one that goes all the way to the left and these two, and then those two. So I gotta think, okay, how do I get that? Well, I know that I'm gonna have to start with this one being changed because I gotta be able to actually get in the portal. So I'll switch that one around. Alright, cool. And now these are alternating, so I think that's all I should have to do, right? Let's go find out. Let's go see, and let's fall off the world again because some of the things with like this section, I don't understand why they've got this whole open world section here because there's really no point to it. You just sort of fall for no good reason. All right, yep. I can already see that I'm going to be okay because I can see the end portal through all the other portals. This will give a lot of impressions of Portal 2 and Portal, just the way that it's used with just out the portal gun, which does sort of play this weird back and forth. On one hand, you're not making the portals and you're sort of stuck in one solution, but on the other hand, it really makes you think maybe a little bit more as opposed to just going off and trying it. All right, let's see here. I got to get over there. All right, let's jump into this world. Whoa. Okay, so you see here, there's one switch, and it has this huge long path. When you hit a switch, it will have an electrical shock that goes all along the path. So here it's teaching me that I can time myself in terms of the use of that portal. All right, there we go. Let's do this. And run. And I'm not going to run, obviously, but I got to get there before the switch flips. There we go. Because then I can go like this. There we go. See? Simple enough. Now, this is the first set of levels. I will say the levels get harder and harder as you go along, and you really have to stress on exactly what you're trying to do in terms of really thinking before you move. And I'm going to do some ones in Chapter 4 here to sort of prove that. Let's do 3. That's probably... Yeah, let's do 2. Some of them take a while, and part of the problem is the pacing. It's the fact that it's a slow and methodical puzzle game. For some people, that's going to be great. For me, it works. I mean, I can do it, but with everything that's going on personally, in terms of like all the videos that I have to do, it always felt a little bit slow. And so that's where I was trying to separate it. If you like really methodical games, this is going to work for you in a lot of ways. It's really going to make you think. Okay, I can see that I need to change those portals around, so let me flip those two. Let me flip those two. So now they're alternating, but they're not alternating in the way that I need at this point. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want, because I'm going to get stuck there, but I think I got to go once around anyway. I can do this. There we go. Now, one of the problems that I ran into, just the way that everything worked. Oopsies. That just reset it to the original portion. Is the aesthetic. The aesthetic looks nice. The black and white aesthetic looks nice. However, and this is where the personal bias comes in, I can only play this game for a short amount of time. Something about the black and white aesthetic and the first-person view is really sort of hammering on my stomach and my just sense of things, because really I'm having trouble like focusing. It gives me sort of this weird fit in my stomach where I'm looking at it and I'm getting a headache, and I'm not exactly enjoying that because there's just a lot going on, unfortunately. And again, part of the problem with me saying that is the fact that, well, hold on, that's not going to be the same for everyone. You're right, it's not going to be the same for everyone, and that's part of the problem. For me, it's hard to enjoy the game when I'm really, really struggling to just get through it generally at this point. And that's really hard. I mean, yeah, that's really hard for me to... I'm really going in circles here. Really to recommend a game when I'm really just struggling to complete it. Now, I see the design elements of it. I see the real smart design elements of it in terms of really making you think. Like, I've gone in circles around here, and now I need to sit here and think, okay, hold on. What am I doing wrong? Okay, I have to have this portal there because I can't go back that way. So I have to have that portal that way. Now, these two need to be alternating, right? So is it just this? Let's find out. Let's not find out, because apparently I suck at sticking on this world. All right, and no, because that doesn't actually do anything. I just go back the way I was at this point. So hold on. I need this to be flipped around. Well, I can't have it flipped around because... Oh, well, wait. Yes, I can. Hold on. Let's think about this. And boop. Flip all these around there. All right, and there we go. Simple enough. A lot of actions for one try. Now, that's where I'm having trouble recommending the game in terms of... This is about the time where I stop, because right now you can see that I'm like sort of slowing down because I'm actually getting physically sick by looking at the visuals of the game just because of the way the perspective is played. I don't usually have these problems, but And that's the thing. It's like, is it just the game itself and the aesthetic it shows? I don't think so. Based on what I've seen from others and other people, they haven't had the same problem. So this is a personal bias. And this is something that I got to make sure that you guys understand, that in my opinion, I don't want to say, I can't recommend the game just because on a personal level, I'm going to have a problem with it. If you're anything like me, you're going to have that problem with that depth perception and everything like that. But it's mechanically good. It makes challenges you puzzle-wise, and it definitely does the job if you are a methodical and slow puzzle solver. And so I'll recommend it on that level. Is it something that I will keep on playing? No, not at all, because, again, of some of my personal biases. But if you do like sort of the really thinking and, you know, slow methodical puzzle portions, this is a game that you'll probably enjoy based on what I've seen so far. Now, I will say that the game gets to the point of sort of stressful in terms of you'll go back and forth and sort of rack your head against the wall, but in a good way. You never ever feel like it's out of reach. It's just that you're missing something. All right, this is Dragnix signing out. I'm sorry for the shorter video. Again, this is part of the problems that I've had with this game in question. So I will see you later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.